I'm Kashawn and you are watching The Book Archer. So I am in the process of getting brand new bookshelf finally. I was just going through my books, which have been in boxes for almost a year now since I moved last year. It's the perfect time to do a spring unhaul before my new shelves come so I can get rid of some books. And in some of these I'm not 100% sure I'm going to unhaul, but I will make a decision. The first one is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I do enjoy Rainbow Rowell's writing, but I know that this is not a book that I plan on rereading. I would still recommend this. I just know I really don't see myself rereading this book. The next one I feel kind of bad about unhauling, and this is Avocado Witch. I read a few chapters of it. I did not feel compelled to continue. It's supposed to be a YA book, and it read like a middle grade to me, which was a little off-putting because I wasn't expecting that. And I don't know if it's just the character's voice because she is technically fairly young, but it just wasn't doing it for me. But I've heard amazing things about this author. She's like an award-winning sci-fi fantasy mix author. If you have read any of her works, or if you've read Avocado Witch, let me know what your thoughts are down below. The next two books are arcs that I got at Y'all Fest. I got like 40 arcs. I got so many arcs at Y'all Fest, but there were a few of them that I got that I know I'm not going to read, so I'm going to get rid of these. One of them is like a mystery. There's like these twins missing, I think. It just wasn't grasping me, and this one is called What We Buried. The next one is called How She Died and How I Lived. This book is about survivor syndrome. This is way too heavy for my personal reading taste. I internalize a lot of the things that I soak up on a daily basis, so I just can't read this. My anxiety would be shot. I already have pretty bad anxiety, and I just know that this is not a book that is for me. Next one is one of the ones where I'm not 100% sure that I want to get rid of, but I'm leaning towards, yes, getting rid of it. And that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. It never really appealed to me when it first came out. I was never super interested in picking it up. I know people who love this book and love Ransom Riggs and love this whole series. I happened to get this book on bargain. I only paid $2 for it. The question is, will I ever get around to it though? I don't know if this is one that I'm going to be keeping and reading. If you have read this series or are a fan of this series, let me know in the comment section below. Next is another Rainbow Rowell book. Y'all, I promise I love Rainbow Rowell. This is another one that I started reading and then I kind of got sidetracked and never got back into it. I don't know if it's something that I'll ever get around to. The next one I feel kind of bad about because this was originally a gift to me, and it is a book by Torrey, Who's Afraid of Post-Blackness, and he basically talks about African Americans are trying to expand their definition of blackness to be a little bit more or less stereotypical, and the desires and things that we have as African Americans. I'm not a huge Torrey fan. I don't dislike him, but I'm just not like a fan of his enough to want to read his book. I'm undecided on if I want to keep The Ember and the Ashes by Saba Tahir and The Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. Okay, so this is the problem. I read this book. I loved it. I thought this was a really great first book. I like the world. It's very different. It was originally supposed to be like a trilogy, and then it got changed into a quartet, and then there was like a 2-year gap between book 2 and 3, or between book 1 and 2. One of those. All I know is that the 2-year gap was really off-putting to me, but what should I do? Have you finished the series? Have you read the series? Is it worth continuing? Is it worth picking up? Let me know in the comment section below. And the last one that I'm kind of debating is The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. I know people who absolutely love this series. I was just talking about how I wanted to read more backlog books. I was thinking of maybe giving this one a go. If you've read this series, you have thoughts on it, leave them in the comment section. These are the 10 books I'm unhauling, aside from 2 of them that I'm undecided on, but I will probably end up unhauling. Can't wait for my new bookshelves to come. You guys will see that in a later video this month. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Book Archer, and I will see you guys in another video tomorrow. Bye!